Hello, and thank you for joining today's webinar presentation on Glacier National Park. My name is Michaela Garrett. I'll be your host today. And today we're going to be covering everything that you need to know about Glacier National Park and what makes it so special. So let's start with the route that takes you to Glacier National Park. So the Empire Builder train is going to be the train that you'd be taking to Glacier National Park. It starts in Chicago and it ends in Portland and Seattle. However, there is that iconic stop at Glacier National Park. Some wish to continue the journey on after their stop in Glacier. Others wish to just go home after. It's totally up to you because everything is customizable with Amtrak Vacations. When visiting Glacier National Park with Amtrak Vacations, we'll be sure to include all of the most iconic sights to see. One of the most iconic parts of Glacier National Park is the Two Medicine Valley. So after arriving into the park by rail, you'll have some time to explore the Two Medicine Valley on a boat cruise that we include. This cruise is very special because you'll get to see different views of Glacier that you would not get to see from any other mode of travel. We also include the iconic Going to the Sun Road Tour, which is a 53-mile-long scenic drive that crosses the Continental Divide via Logan's Pass. The tour that we actually include with our packages here at Amtrak Vacations is going to be on the iconic red jammer buses, which are definitely the transportation of choice because they have the tops that actually open up. So you have that open air feel, getting the fresh Montana air, taking some great pictures without the glare of the covered window. However, I'm sure with the iPhones nowadays, there is no glare, but it's just that much more special being able to take in all that scenery from the open air red jammer bus that picks you up right from the lodge doors. There are a total of 175 mountains in Glacier National Park, the tallest of which is Mount Cleveland at 10,448 feet. Glacier National Park is home to 26 glaciers. The largest is Harrison Glacier at 1.6 million square meters. So it's safe to say the park is a water lover's delight. There's different areas for boating, fishing, and things like that right by the lodge. 5 reasons to travel to Glacier National Park with Amtrak Vacations. With Amtrak Vacations, you'll get to experience the beauty of the Glacier Park Lodge. Many of the Disney lodges actually tried to recreate the feel of this lodge here at the Glacier National Park. So it's really a beautiful place to stay. It really does give you that feel of being out in the open in the Montana air. It's really lovely. There's also a lot of perks to taking the train. So the train actually will be dropping you off directly in front of the lodge. So you're actually just steps away from the lodge and the park's doorsteps, making it extremely convenient. Being able just to walk right over from the lodge. I believe it's about 280 steps or so. But hey, if you go and end up checking out this trip for yourself, you can let us know if that's changed for any reason. The journey is a part of the experience. So you're getting to experience this amazing train journey leading up to the great tour of Glacier National Park. So the journey is really part of the experience here, folks. And doing it with Amtrak Vacations, we'll be sure to include everything that you'll want to have on your journey. On the train, you'll have time to reconnect, relax with friends, family, maybe meet some fellow passengers, take in the scenery, and really enjoy the sights on the way to the park. On board the train, you do have the option to upgrade to sleeping accommodations. So you can upgrade to our first class roomette or bedroom. Both are a great option if you're going to be spending an overnight on board the train. In the top right-hand corner, the picture you're looking at is a roomette. The photo where you see the couple kind of sharing a book. That's going to be what our roomette looks like. I'll have another view of it for you, though, in a few slides. And then you're seeing a dining table there as well. Perks of having a private room. When you book your travel in a sleeping car, you are entitled to a range of extra amenities, including complimentary meals, lounge access, and a first class attendant who's going to take care of everything for you on board. as far as turning the seats into beds for you at night, taking your reservations for meals, uh, really just making it a very seamless journey for you. Here is an overview of what the roomette looks like. So you can see it sleeps up to 2 adults. You can fit up to 2 suitcases. You have private restroom access down the hall and private shower access right down the hall. You can also see the dimensions there of the room just to give you an idea of the size. We also have a bedroom option, which is going to be about twice the size. You can see here, the picture you're looking at is obviously how it would be set up at night. So with those 2 berths down, you have that single floating seat that stays up at night. And the restroom, of course, fits up to 2 adults, 2 suitcases, in-room restroom, in-room shower, and then you can see the dimensions there at the bottom. But do keep in mind, this is about twice the size of the roomette. And of course, it does have that private shower and bathroom, which is unique to the bedroom. So why book with Amtrak Vacations? With us, there is no lines, no hassle, no stress. You can simply board the train at one of our 500 plus Amtrak vacation stations around the world, and you're on your way to Glacier National Park. You can also see multiple parks in one trip. So with Amtrak Vacations, it's easy to spend more time at not just Glacier National Park, but up to 12 national parks in one single vacation. So with Amtrak Vacations, we make it very easy for you to see multiple national parks and make sure everything else is taken care of for you along the way. We also have our rail expert knowledge. So no rail trip is too complicated for us. We know rail from the best routes, the best times, the best vacation. We can book trips departing tomorrow or up to 2 years in advance. So we really do have you covered. Now I'm going to go over a few vacations that feature Glacier National Park, maybe one that you might want to check out. We have our Whitefish and Glacier National Park getaway round trip from Seattle. So this trip in particular starts in Seattle and ends in Seattle. It includes 2 nights hotel accommodations, a 3-day car rental, sightseeing tour of Glacier National Park, and the round trip Amtrak and coach accommodations from Seattle to Whitefish on board the Empire Builder. We also have our Glacier National Park Express. So as you can see here, this journey starts in Chicago with 2 hotel nights. If you see that circle with the number of nights there, that's representing how many hotel nights are being spent. So you can see 2 hotel nights in Chicago, an overnight over to Glacier. That's 1 night on the train, which the arrow is representing there with the number 1. Spending 3 nights in Glacier National Park with some great tours of the park. And then you take another train ride over to Seattle, another night on the train, and you also get to see the beauty of Seattle, like the Space Needle and all of that. So you can really include much more than just the park with us. You can include everything else that you're wanting to see as well. We also have our Scenic America by Rail with Glacier National Park. So this trip here, you can see, starts in the Big Apple City, New York, and you end up in Seattle. So 2 nights in New York City, 1 overnight on the train over to over to Chicago. You have 2 nights in Chicago to explore. 1 more night over on the train to Glacier National Park, where you get to do a great tour of Glacier before heading over to Seattle to do 2 more nights there. So as you can see, it's the perfect mix of hotel nights and some rail overnights, really giving you a wide range of options on your vacation. We also have the Grand National Park Explorer. So as you can see in this itinerary, there are multiple national parks included. And this is a really full, just kind of comprehensive journey around the United States here. So it's a great way to see everything by rail. You get to see multiple different destinations in one journey, and it can all be booked through one company with us. So you can see we have the transportation included, the hotels and the tours, and some meals. So truly everything will be included for you with us here at Amtrak Vacations. But if you do have any questions or you are interested in inquiring a journey that would include Glacier National Park, please give us a call at 1-800-268-7252 or look us up online at amtrakvacations.com or contact your local travel advisor. Thank you so much again for joining me today, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.